Cancel. Hope everybody's doing well this morning. This is my assignment. And while I was working, I was already off on Juneteenth. So really, just like, I guess really for the most part of my life, it was just another day. June the 19th was just another day. And really, I had no idea what Juneteenth was until I was probably, I guess, in my 20s, in my, maybe early 20s. And the only reason I knew that was because of a friend I knew, a guy I knew from Texas. And he told me what Juneteenth was. He said this was a day that a certain population of slaves and still enslaved peoples found out that they were actually emancipated a considerable amount of time later. So yeah, that's Juneteenth, and that the celebration that is known to happen on Juneteenth. I'm just messing up all over here. The celebration that's supposed to happen on Juneteenth is to honor that day in which these individuals experience freedoms. Now, these past couple of years, courtesy of Master Biden's administration, the holiday, the day formerly known as pretty much a personal holiday amongst black peoples, and really, from my understanding, I guess for the most part, the black peoples of Texas, and I imagine that spread out to other areas and places too. But it was pretty much just because it was related to people that happened to in Texas. So kind Master Biden and all his benevolence, or whatever that was, whatever, and all this pandering benevolence, decided, well, hey, since they proved that they were black by voting for me, we're going to go ahead and make Juneteenth a federal holiday. Now that was quite an event, quite a decision or choice. I don't know whether he had to pass a bill, and I guess all that thing, and considering that this Miss Opal, she had been campaigning for this day to be acknowledged as a federal holiday, the Juneteenth to be acknowledged as a federal holiday. So it's like, okay, boom, it's like President's Day or whatever other day where your banks close and some of your big federal offices, federal related offices, they may close. But you got a regular privately owned or retail or manufacturer, corporation, corporate gig that is not affiliated with the federal government. No paid holiday unless you use your vacation. You had to go to work. I guess if you wanna raise up and pitch a bitch about it, I guess HR might bend the rules and allow you to have the day off. But hey, okay, so you have this holiday. And it's a celebration, bitches. It's a celebration. It's a commemoration of that day when, the deception had ended. These people had found out that they were actually freed from slavery. So now we have, here's hundreds of years later. And aside from the fact that there hasn't been any recompense for this tragedy, this crime, this grand crime known as the enslavement of those who were imported here from Africa, and also, again, I'm of the belief, I'm the stronger belief that there were also indigenous melanated individuals who lived on this continent. So it was the meshing, the melding together of these two groups of people, these Africans and these indigenous black natives. And then they had this enterprise known as the transatlantic slave trade. And for hundreds and hundreds of years, they provided all the laborers that built the foundations of this country. All the way down to the stock market. It wouldn't be a stock market if it wasn't for a slave trade. So yeah, federal employees, you get the day off. It's Juneteenth, everybody, and in the stores, we got Juneteenth decorations for your picnic, for your picnickers. So we got all, So okay, I want to know, it just really, am I the only one that feels as if, I guess we're getting caught up in the feelings. Am I the only one who believes that this isn't, that it is just utterly disrespectful and audacious for, I guess y'all, a lot of us like our non-black allies, our white allies, our Asian allies, wherever they are, our Hispanic allies, or Indian allies, or whatever, all allies that you can find. We like those people, but I'm just trying to wrap my mind around, the same people that will more than likely tell you that the government will never pay the reparations, and how dare you even think that you deserve reparations? And my people didn't own any slaves. I didn't get any slaves. I came in over here in the 40s, through the great migration and the great immigration rush. Okay, these are the same people that would tell you this any other day. Now they're smiling in your face, and they got Juneteenth T-shirts for sale, and they want to come and they want to tell you all the special deals they have for the Juneteenth holiday, and some are even as bold to try to have a celebration with you. And I guess maybe they're in the hearts of the alabaster man and woman, or the whomever ethnic group or whatever. In their hearts, they truly believe that they can commiserate, and they really want to celebrate, and they want to relate with the descendants of those who were enslaved in this country. The least of these. What do we get out of it? For the most part, if you want to point to something that's been specifically and solely done for the benefit of black people, I'd be far-fetched to point out Juneteenth being it, because that we were always, whoever it was most related to were already celebrating that holiday, and for us, it didn't say, well, no matter what job you working at, if you are you're a descendant from enslaved Americans, African enslaved Americans, because Ain't no African 300, 400 years later. Y'all want, they want to say, oh, you African, yeah, we're brothers, okay, we different now. A few hundred years, we not them same people no more. But aside from that point, this is something that was posited, or positioned to be something so grand and something so celebratory. And I'm not trying to take away from whoever gained joy in this. I guess this accomplishment for Mr. White folks and them to approve this day for the niggas. Don't take that from me as well. It just kind of was heavy on me, and I didn't necessarily want to go into it on that day, because you guys, you had your grills going, and you probably had your libations and things going, and we might have a little puff, just have a grand old nigga time on Juneteenth, with your coworkers or whoever might come through, and I don't know, y'all. It just seems as if, we steadily fall for the game, man. We steadily fall for the most basic build it up as if it's something great. And I imagine, like I said, the acknowledgement, sometimes acknowledgement is enough for many of us. And to that I say, unfortunately, sometimes acknowledgement is enough for us. I don't really, the acknowledgement is really kind of phony to me, because it's not like, in a lot of ways, they don't know that they have not been acknowledging us in the proper fashion. It's not that they are not acknowledging, or have no idea, or haven't heard about, or haven't seen or witnessed, or even participated in the injustices or the mistreatment that goes against the African American, the black, the Negro, or the nigger folks like myself. Trick bag after trick bag. Like right about now, they're trying to figure out a way to get you guys back to the ballot box in this midterm elections, because even with your Democratic controlled House, even with your Democratic controlled Senate, even with your Democratic controlled presidency, it's probably going to be the economy and the situation for the African American, black, Negro folks is probably going to be of more dire straits than it was during the Obama recession. And, people say, well, hey, I remember a few months ago, you can't blame the president for the high gas prices. Not only can we blame him for his portion in playing part of the high gas prices, we can also blame him for the potential food shortages that are on the way, the supply chain breaks, and all this is because, hey, of this war that wasn't supposed to be a war, that was allegedly not a war, that we aren't fighting, we are just assisting the Nazi sympathizers who are nestled in Ukraine. The ones that we're just assisting them, maintain their democracy against Russia. Now, bear in mind, you got Juneteenth. I bet you couldn't get as much chicken wings as you could under Mean Massa. Bet you didn't get all them good steaks and burgers. I don't know, man. Yeah, I come on here and I know y'all say, well, damn, it seems like Flav talk about the same old shit. Yeah, Flav talk about anti-black racism. Flav talk about black empowerment. Flav talk about how y'all be all in them motherfucking people's face, you know, trying to get pats on the head and, you know, smiles and shit and handshakes and shit. Yet the rest of us are unfulfilled. You know, y'all be the same people. They get y'all go and polish Mr. Charlie Silver, and Mr. Charlie give you a nod. Good job, son. Be the ones to suck your teeth at those of us who even get to the point we want to speak against shit like this. I don't know, man. You know, I hope you all enjoyed your Juneteenth. I don't know how many. I guess a good question I would like to ask is, how many Juneteenths had you celebrated before Pecan Massa officially decided that he was going to give y'all colored folks a holiday? Nothing else, mind you. You know, he drops off bags to other groups like the Asian anti-hate crime bill, you know, and you know, the Afghanistans, they got a bag and they got travel expenses to come over in our country and compete in our economy against us. And as well as the Ukrainian Nazi sympathizer folks, they got a chance to come over here and all of that. You know, now, we thought, we didn't think shit. Because I think if I go back in my playlist, it would come out where I said something about the sanctions was going to be a problem. The sanctions that they thought was going to hurt Russia so bad, and this is for another video, really. I'm about to end this. The sanction that we thought was going to hurt Russia so bad, that they reported was going to hurt Russia so bad, have ended up not necessarily hurting Russia, but hurting us in America, in Africa, and all those little European countries who had their pom-poms waving, you know, oh, the poor Ukraine, look at the Ukrainian children, little blonde-haired. And then that mark came out talking about, I see blonde-haired children, man. Let me go on in here and have my breakfast, man. I'm just a little. I just had some thought. When I'm working these hours, man, my mind's always working. You know, my mind may not be working it. My mind is working the job, but my mind is working on some other shit somewhere else too. And in this particular last night, Juneteenth, I just was replaying Juneteenth in my mind because it really just played out to me like another day. But somehow, you know, when Con Massa Biden decided to make that a holiday, and they went to Black Wall Street, and they had Cheryl Jackson Lee dancing around like she was a hottie toddy in a juke joint. All in all, they wasn't doing nothing but setting y'all up for the con. Whatever that con is, you know, take your pick. Peace and love, y'all, man. Y'all have a great day.